back to my channel. Let's learn together. So today we will be solving activity 7.2.1 of English book of class 9. So let's see what this activity is talking about. Okay, read the following text. Then, in pairs or groups, identify examples of the linguistic features of instrumental power and neutralization of that power. Later, check your responses with the class. That means in this activity, at first, a whole text has been given, and then there is a table that we will be filling up. But before that, we have to read the text and we have to identify that what instrumental power has been used here. That means in these sentences which are visible in this text, is instrumental power demonstrated in those sentences, and how that instrumental power has been neutralized. Look, neutralizing instrumental power means, at first let's know what instrumental power itself is. In the last lesson we have discussed what instrumental power is. It is basically the language that is used to express authority, to give commands, or to give any order, or to enforce any rules on people or in certain circumstances. Okay, now instrumental power, to demonstrate instrumental power, we can give direct commands like do the work, or you have to do this like this. Or if we want to make it more inclusive or collaborative, or if we want to minimize the intensity of the power that is visible from those direct commands, for example, do the work, here you can see that the intensity of the power or the intensity of the order is very much visible. So it can happen that the person to whom you're giving the command might feel bad to get such sort of violent or such sort of direct commands. However, if you say it like this, that could you please do the work for me, it is still instrumental power as you are giving a command by this sentence. However, the intensity of the power, or the let's say the intensity of the power has been minimized or neutralized here, or the sentence has become more inclusive, more collaborative, and it can be taken in a more positive way, right? So that is what we called neutralization of instrumental power. So in this text, we have to find out that how instrumental power has been neutralized. There are a few sentences which we can find in this text as an example, which which are giving commands. However, the commands have been given in such a way that it sounds polite and gives the order or gives the necessary commands at the same time. Okay, so we All right, so in this text, you can see that I have highlighted a few parts that can demonstrate the neutralization of instrumental power. For example, in here, in this text, basically, look, in this text, two friends are talking, Diba and Nazmul. So, Diba's school or Diba's parents or teachers, they believe in inclusivity. That means whatever commands, whatever directions they give to Diba, they give it in a very, let's say, collaborative way. That means though they are giving commands, but they give it in such a way so that it sounds very collaborative, or it sounds very polite. This is also an example of neutralization of power, right? So look, in this this is basically a notice of Diba's school. You can read this out, that the students who like to submit their forms are requested to attach two copies of passport size photographs and birth certificates with the photocopies of their parents and ID cards. Again, as the teachers have other responsibilities to carry out, the interested students are requested to meet the teachers from 10 to 11:30 a.m. on Monday and Wednesday. So look, the phrases like are requested, then uh, look, here also are requested, who like to submit their forms. Look, this entire thing is a command, it's an order, it's demonstrating instrumental power. However, the use of such phrases demonstrate a politeness, a collaborativeness in this whole command, and that's how the instrumental power of these this entire notice has been neutral has been neutralized. Okay, so again, When it comes to Nazmoon, actually, her school or her parents and teachers, they are more like direct. They demonstrate their instrumental power in a very direct way. For example, they give direct commands that you have to do this, you have to do that. They don't find it necessary to discuss with others or to make the whole conversation a bit more cooperative. Okay, so that's why Nazmoon is saying that in her school it would be different if they had given the same notice. They would write like this, that the students who will submit the admission forms from 2023 are asked to bring two copies of passport size photographs and birth certificates with the photocopies of their parents. So here are asked to bring this phrase and are requested to attach this phrase. These don't mean the same thing. However, this one is more inclusive than this one, right? This one sounds more polite than this one. This one is more like a direct command. Okay, so the neutralization of power is not very much visible in this phrase. And then the next part, that the meeting time with the teacher is from 10 to 11:30 a.m. on Monday and Wednesday. So this sentence is also very direct, whereas here the sentence was written as these interested students are requested to meet the teachers from from 10 to 11:30 a.m. So this one is obviously like Nazmoon's, sorry, Diba's school is obviously more inclusive than Nazmoon's school, right? And then there are a few other examples of neutralization of power, which is visible in Diba's school, that their teacher interacts very interestingly in the class. The teachers ask that, what do you want to learn today? That means the teacher, though she has the authority um, to give any command or order or to just enforce any sort of topic on the students. However, she prefers to discuss and to take advice of the students while deciding what topic to teach. And she thinks that that's a very good idea. Okay. But in Nazmun's school, they don't do this sort of things. The teacher just comes and gives a topic to the students. She doesn't take much opinion from them. Oh, I'm really sorry. Probably I exchanged between Diba and Nazmun. Nazmun's school is more inclusive than Diba's school. The first example is of Nazmun's school and not Diba's school. Okay, Diba's school is a bit more conservative in this regards. So anyway, Diba was basically she had gone to visit Nazmun's school, so that's where she found out the inclusive things that are visible in Nazmun's school. So she also saw the teacher being really cooperative and very she would take the classes in a very interesting way by discussing nicely with the students, by taking the students idea. And then Nazmun said this statement, which also shows how it is good to neutralize instrumental power in cooperative atmospheres, so that the people feel more interested to take part in the activities. That I believe students should sometimes choose the topic for the class. Also, at my home, when my parents make any decisions, they always ask my opinion. That means, look, the first sentence, I believe students should sometimes choose the topic for the class. This demonstrates the fact that why should students uh, choose topics in the class, whereas it's the duty of the teacher? Well, students should choose the topic because if students choose a specific topic, then they have a good amount of interest towards that topic, which draws them to the lessons. So it becomes easier for the teachers to interact with the students in the entire process. Also, when parents make any decisions, though they have the full authority of making the decisions, still they ask for the children's opinion, so that children feel more welcomed in the family discussions, right? So this is also an example of neutralization of power, right? So that's all that's the examples that I found in this text where instrumental power has been neutralized. So now we can go for the table. Mm, yes, you can see that we were supposed to find out examples of the text where it was seen that power was neutralized, right? So The instrumental language features were asked to bring, will submit, meeting time is this. So these phrases acted as the features of instrumental language, as they are basically telling or giving the students a certain command or order, whereas the language features to neutralize power are these, like requested to attach, students are requested, then what do you want to learn today. These are the features of neutralization of power. So you can pick this up. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope you found this video informative, and if that is so, then please like, share, and subscribe. And if you need any sort of improvements in these videos, then let me know in the comments section. For today, goodbye. We will meet in the next video.